One of the first things I did, bizarrely, was I emailed Scott Mills, the DJ, because I just thought, well, he's a bit of a pretty boy, you know, he sort of looks after himself. And he'd mentioned men's makeup. I don't even listen to Radio 1. My husband had been listening to it. He said, oh, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Why don't you just send him an email? So I did. And a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call. On the same day, I found out I was through to the final for the If We Can, You Can, saying, can you come down to Radio 1 Studios in 3 days' time, I think it was, on the Friday, and I had to go down the Tuesday to do a makeover on Scott Mills on radio, which was a bit bizarre, but they had a webcam. But it was really good, because even though he only briefly mentioned us, loads of people heard it. And, you know, people were sort of coming to the website, and we were the only men's makeup website in the UK at that point. Somebody's sprung up since, but the other thing that we did was played a lot on one of our suppliers, because one of our men's ranges is called Menergy, and that's developed by a celebrity makeup artist in the States, Michelle Probst. But one of her clients at the time was Senator Barack Obama, and she was doing his makeup when he was out doing his campaign trail. And obviously, in the meantime, he became president, which was quite good for all of us, because I'd been using Michelle, with her permission, as a bit of a kind of PR tool, saying, oh, you know, because she also does stuff for Johnny Depp and lots of other kind of very nice high-profile people. So we kind of piggybacked on hers, because she wasn't doing much PR herself. She was too busy doing men's makeup and doing the celebrity stuff. And so we basically just started spreading the word about her, and it got picked up because it's a good story.
How did you establish your credibility? You know, how did you manage to convince this
Michelle? Yeah, I mean, really, we just kind of went for it, because we figured that if we couldn't convey what we wanted to do ourselves, then why pay somebody else to do it? And she liked the fact that we were women, I have to say, because a lot of the guys who were selling her stuff, there aren't that many of them in the UK, but they're all men, catering for men. And she liked the idea that we were girls doing that. But also, I mean, it was lots of late night phone calls to the States, because 10 o'clock at night is the best time to reach her. And wherever she was on the campaign trail, it was me making very expensive calls to her mobile. And we kind of got a sample pack through, and we really just had to convince her. It wasn't easy, but we just said, look, give us a try. And actually, we were one of their biggest retailers. There's only one company in the UK that sells more than us now, because we just said, we'll give it everything. You won't be one of 20 brands. You'll be one of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 at a push. And the best sellers for us by miles. So, yeah.
The creative industry is a horribly competitive industry. You know, how do you stand out against what is a very big crowd?
Again, when we sort of set up, we're competing against everyone from the freelancer in the back bedroom all the way up to the 20, 30, 40 strong big agencies that are out there already. And us sort of taking a step back and starting again. It was a good opportunity actually to decide what we wanted to be, and when we came up with the name Better, it said everything about what we wanted to be, the value that we wanted to provide clients, the way we wanted to manage projects, the people that we had in the business delivering the projects, the type of clients that we wanted to work with, and we invested a huge amount of time on the way we actually deliver projects and focus on the value and the return on investment clients get from our work. And we also, because when we were setting up from scratch, we had 3 established people in the business that were established in the industry. We had quite a large network around us, a personal network around ourselves. We use social media to talk about who we are and what we're doing and what we're trying to establish with Better. And so we're now developing a reputation, and a lot of people are coming to talk to us about how to use social media, what the tools mean. So it's been a great opportunity to us, because we understand what the language and the conversation needs to be, but also how to make best use out of some of the digital tools that are really changing the way communication happens between an audience and a company, really. So we're in a sort of very exciting time for brand communication, and there's digital agencies that understand some of the web tools and the digital tools, and there's sort of creative and brand companies that understand the creative and the conversation that needs to happen behind that, but we sit sort of bang in the middle, and we're looking at doing some really exciting stuff with how social media changes the way people talk. Certainly if we use ourselves, it was really important that people saw, if you look at Better Brand Agency, it was a brand new brand, it was a brand new company, it was a brand new service offering, but the people sat behind it were not. We've got a huge amount of experience between the three of us regarding marketing, digital, creative. We needed to get that experience and us personally to the forefront. So we built our brand around us really and made ourselves very transparent and very visible as people. And that's what really social media to us is all about. It's showing who we are, what we believe in, the people in the business, what makes us tick, what we're interested in, sharing our network, sharing our knowledge. And people see that from social media. And the companies that we're working with and talking to, it's about getting the right mix. I think there's still a place for traditional advertising, brand building, brand awareness, traditional marketing campaigns. But when it comes to social media, even just looking on the internet and typing your company name in or typing your service in or your product in, you'll learn a hell of a lot from what people are saying about you. And you can't really control that, but you can be involved in the conversation and start putting your point across and managing that conversation from your brand and marketing point of view. So it made us visible very quickly through our networks, through LinkedIn, through Twitter, through Facebook. A lot of people knew who we are and what we were trying to do very quickly.